very bright. I don't know if that's going to look different. Hi, Cellulite and Love Tarot, or Hillary for short. Welcome or welcome back. I am in a new area. So we're playing around with different setups here, okay? I hope that this looks all right. I hope it's not too washed out. I'll be testing different, like I said, I'll be testing different setups here to see what works best. So, yeah, let's jump in. I'm not gonna do one of my normal, like, daily themed readings. I'm just gonna do an intuitive reading, okay? So let's get into it. I'm gonna see what's going on for you. Okay, Spirit, my higher self, my darling's higher self, thank you so much for using me as a channel to guide and instruct. I ask for the most clear and concise messages, information, feelings, and sensations to flow through me for the betterment of my darling, for the highest good of everyone involved. Thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you for being here. Okay. Alright, Spirit, tell me what's going on for my darling collective here that you want them to be aware of. What's going on in the energy? Truth, death. Focus. This feels like a wake-up call with veiled at the bottom. Feels like a wake-up call. There might be something going on in your life right now that you just sort of feel like there's been a wake-up call, okay? Maybe it could be about your focus, what you've been focused on, your energy, your perception of the truth. And there's something here about realizing that certain stories in your life, certain stories, certain paradigms aren't ending and keep repeating, and it has to do with your perception of the truth. It could be a perception about, you know, who you are, your self-concept. It could be a perception about how the world works, how relationships work, how life, the daily life, you know, you might be someone who thinks that you're unlucky or something, and you're recognizing, hey, where you focus your energy and attention on, that's what grows, right? And trying to balance that delicate dance between desiring change, recognizing what you don't like, recognizing what you do like, and not perpetuating a problem, and instead perpetuating growth in some sort, okay? It feels like you are laser focused right now on overcoming something that you really want out of your life. You want something out of your life. You know for a fact that's what you do. That's what you want, okay? And so you're just like, what do I have to do? What do I have to end? What do I have to change? For some of you, this could be as simple as realizing that, you know, I'm getting, like, the first thing I thought of was AA, okay? So realizing that you have possibly toxic vices or addictions that you need to address the issue at hand so that you can move forward from it, okay? Yeah. That's for some people. This could be just more spiritual. Like I said, it could just be a broader perception of what you focus on, what you believe to be true for yourself. This is going to be different for everyone, but I'm getting a range of energetic scales here for what this could be tangibly. Okay, so let's see. Let's jump into tarot. Okay. Tell me what's been going on. I'm getting past, present, future. Okay. Past, present, future. What are we focused on? I just saw the devil. I knew it. Some of you are recognizing that you have addictions that you need to overcome, and that you are the only one who can overcome them if you focus on it, and realizing why you haven't yet, or why things continue. Okay, wow. So we literally only got 3 cards face up, so I'm going to take those and I'll leave these to the side. Just a second. I'm in a room that doesn't have a door, so my son is going to be testing the boundaries here. Give me one moment. Okay. So 7 of Wands, Temperance, the Hangman. I was getting past, present, future. These are the only 3 cards that popped out face up. I am going to take note of these that came out face down in just a moment, but I'm going to touch this basis here first. 10 of Swords at the bottom. Hermit. Yeah. Ooh. We can't not see it anymore, can we? We may try. We may try not to see an issue, but we certainly are too introspective at this point to not see issues. Oh, the blessing and curse that is, okay? In the past 7 of Wands. So I do feel like you have been very stubborn in your life about your energy, or there's been a very stuck energy. Maybe just something that you truly believe like is, I'm getting like weaved into your spirit, okay? Like it is something that you just, there's been no wiggle room for opposite perspectives for something here with the 7 of Wands. And it's almost like anytime anyone has tried to maybe help you see something differently, maybe it's saying, hey, I'm worried about you with this problem, or maybe it could be something as different as, religious belief systems, just very much you're in opposition of me if you believe different than I do, okay? So I feel like that's what you've been in for some time, and I feel like something's happened right now in the present that is telling you, does it actually have to be so set in stone? What if 2 things can be true at once for you? What if there's more than one possibility? And can we see how expansive and how unlimited and how unrestrictive that is to embrace that idea that 2 things can be true at once, okay? In the future, I see a perspective change, Hanged Man. I see you shifting despite feeling like there was no possible way for you to shift, okay? I'm not sure why, but something about this process has been very hard for you because it could have you reflecting on an entire lifelong, story that you've told that you've built your identity upon, okay? That is now sort of crumbling, right? And there's a grieving process in this loss of identity, but it's something that's making room for growth. It doesn't change that it's not exactly ideal for you right now. A lot of the grief could be like with this perspective change, once you see something clearly, once you remove the wool from your eyes, you can't unsee it, okay? The best way I can sort of empathize or relate to this situation is growing up in a Christian household my entire life. I mean, my family were high members of the church, worship leaders, we were highly, highly involved. I've written hundreds of worship songs to the Christian God, and that was so far ingrained that any other opposition was just like, you're the devil trying to tempt me, right? And then having my spiritual awakening in 2020, my entire paradigm perspective shifted on my upbringing and my religious setting. And now I'm more empowered with God, what other people would view as an external God, than I ever was as a Christian, okay? But there was a heavy grief moment, for a couple years with, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I, forsaking God? Am I forsaking my own salvation? Am I wrong? And then at the same time, how do I integrate this truth that I know for myself, my perspective shift? How do I integrate this when I'm surrounded by an environment that is now, believes that I'm evil, right? So something like that. It does not have to be religious, but there's something here about grieving. How do I integrate this new truth given my current surroundings, okay? I do feel like there is something here in the future with the Hanged Man about recognizing that you're not going to get out of that rut by staying in the same cycles, by doing the same thing, by trying to just sort of blend in a way. If you really want that freedom, if you want to be let loose from this feeling, you have to embrace that. You have to allow yourself to feel free despite anyone or anything around you, okay? Embracing your truth. And that doesn't mean, again, 2 things can be true at once. That doesn't mean that you damn or you demonize anyone who disagrees with you or tries to convince you not to be not to see things the way that you see them now, okay? But I feel like this is so healing. Like I said, there's a grieving, but it's healing with that Temperance card, okay? Sagittarius and Pisces energy. I want to see what these cards came out face down, okay? 5 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Yeah, so there is heavy influence on what others are going to say or think. You know, possibly viewing you as self-serving in some way. If you pursue this new idea, this new perception, and Spirit just wants you to know that, like, the strongest connection of love and acceptance, it will always be from yourself, showing up consistently and honoring yourself. And I feel like what's emphasized here is getting okay with that acceptance, even if no one else ever accepts you or accepts this change. Even if people don't change their mind or view you in a kind light, there's something here about recognizing you never needed another person to agree with you or to see things from your perspective. You only needed to be okay with you seeing things from your perspective. Okay? So, okay. Interesting. Let's get some clarifiers. Anything else you want to say here, Spirit? What is this? What is the 7 of Wands in the past? A new realization. Man, something broke through your stone, like, cold truth here. Okay? You were dead set on something being absolutely the end all be all, the one and only way, and then we have a new option here, a new spiritual, like an emotional outpouring within yourself that is, you were just like, I've never felt that way before. I can't unsee that. I can't unfeel that. I can't unknow that. Connection, like feeling a connection. It could have to do with a partner. It doesn't have to be, but there's a variety of options here. Okay, what is the 7 of Wands in the past for my darling? I'm not going to spend too much time on the past here. I want to go to now and in the future. Page of Cups. Yeah, going from the King of Swords, you know, having an Ace of Cups brought to you. Now you're in a position, or what happened was a new emotional opportunity that is something uncharted territory. Okay, something that you're not familiar with, something that you're not used to. Okay, a feeling, a thought, a situation, a friend, meeting of someone, and something. Okay, and you were just like, I don't know why this one situation got through to me when I've been faced with other situations that I was definitely like, ain't no way. Okay, there ain't no way. I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. Temperance, 5 of Swords. Yeah, okay. Again, there's something here about like you really needing people to see things from your perspective, from your new perspective. Really trying to convince people of your truth, okay? Like you need people, or you really want people right now to understand where you're coming from and why things are changing and why there's a change happening within you, why you've decided what you decided, okay? Let's get the Hanged Man for the future. 10 of Cups. Again, it was never about other people. It was never about other people. And if you're focusing on needing other people to see things from your perspective, then you're also not appreciating those people and their perspectives. There's something here. 2 things can be true at once. They can be, okay? So in the future, I do see an opportunity for you to really flourish in emotional stability yourself while also still connecting with others. But it stems from that confidence and that security within your own decisions, okay? And recognizing that you can still have a happy family, you can still have happy friendships, you can still be abundant and change your mind and accept people where they are and accept yourself where you are, okay? Essentially what I'm getting here, 3 of Cups on bottom. So what's peeking out here? The Chariot Cancer energy. I feel like Spirit wants you to just like really not worry so much about what others are going to think or say, okay? There's something here about that not being a bother, okay? and not viewing yourself, not internalizing a story of selfishness or self-centeredness in some way. That not being a story that you need to tell yourself. Instead, you need to allow yourself to say that I'm accepted exactly where I am, with what I believe, with the way I see things, and I can accept others where they are the same. Okay? This recognizing the thing that you fear being projected onto you is something that you're already projecting onto those around you, and that's why you fear it. So if you can eliminate the need for that level of acceptance, then you will accept others around you, okay? And that is a recipe for more harmony. I have a little thumbtack here, okay. I do feel like this is something that will be kind of relatively, once you like really commit to that idea, right? Once you commit to that idea, I do feel like it's going to seamlessly flow, and you'll be like, wow, I really didn't have anything to worry about with my connections. I really didn't have anything to worry about. Even if you do lose some people, you know, we do have 10 of Swords here. That's betrayal, death, losing of connections. It's like the worst card. We have death here, you know, 5 of Swords twice. We do have conflict. So even if you lose some people, there's something here about being able to release your sense of well-being from needing those people who exit your life at this time, needing them to see it from your perspective. Either it's going to be okay, or these people are going to leave your life and you'll process that, and you will attract new people aligned with the version of you that is more authentic now, that's more aware, that's in tune, okay? Let's get, is there anything that you want Darling to sort of be aware of? Like a heads up? You want me to see that one because I dropped it. What is that? 6 of Wands. Yeah. So whenever we find ourselves on new paths with new truths, you know, new perceptions, we go from a 7 of Wands to kind of a 6 of Wands. There's this exciting feeling once we embrace something new, but it can often lead us into that sort of prideful stance that would lead us right back to a 7 of Wands situation. So there's something here about recognizing this new path is not meant for you to repeat your energy in a stubborn way. Okay, there's something here about embracing and celebrating yourself for your growth and how far you've come and what you've done, what you've overcome, what you've faced, how you've learned, but without the ego stubbornness that you've sort of held on to throughout your lifetime, okay? What's coming up? I do feel like there's some recognition happening here. Maybe you're going to be validated more than you realize. I don't want to emphasize that message, though, because there was some the 3 of Cups, Knight of Wands. You're very passionate about your perceptions, about your truth, about your spiritual growth. You're very passionate about it. It's something that speaks very sincerely with the King of Cups. There's no doubt about your sincerity, about everything that you believe. I feel like that's been a consistent thing with you. Okay, so Spirit is trying to like emphasize, look, again, if we lose the ego side of it and we just focus on and appreciate those who appreciate us, you know, those who see us, who accept us, then that's good enough. That's all the external factor that you need, is just saying, if I'm in alignment with myself, if I fully accept myself, if I know my truth, then that's enough for me, and then I appreciate those in alignment with that energy, okay? Yeah, there's something here about like letting that be enough. Letting that be enough. Don't get sidetracked by any naysayers, anyone who disagrees. Don't get sidetracked by just the potential thought of that, because it does feel like that's more of just a potential fear, okay? That's a potential fear, so don't get confused. Don't get it twisted, okay? Spirit, how do you want to close out this message? Moon Witch Oracle. Okay. closing this out. I've dropped it. Okay. Sekhmet, courage, truth, shadow, work. Yep. If you're finding yourself facing issues, the issue is happening within more than it is without, okay? Not a blame game. It's never a blame game here on my channel. It is an empowerment statement. If you can focus on recognizing all of these external dilemmas that you face, that you just think about and perpetuate, if you recognize that's an internal problem, then it gets easier to face those challenges, okay? It takes practice and time and consistency. But if you have the courage to realize that, the shadow work gets easier over time, okay? That's all that wants to come out. Okay, the sun, find a balance. Find a balance. Yeah. I like how she, in this image, is sitting on this lion, which was what came out with the Six of Wands, and feeling like, oh, I'm so excited to share my truth, and now I need everyone to see what I see, right? It's just like you don't get to choose what people see. You get to choose what you see, and let that be enough. What you see is enough for you, okay? All right. I don't know what tomorrow's reading is going to be. We're kind of winging it. I might get back to a normal schedule, or we might go more intuitive readings as I feel called to do them. I don't think I'll be able to do daily readings as much as I used to because of where I'm at right now. But I'm going to keep it up. There will at least be something multiple times a week, okay? All right, I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, a wonderful rest of the week, or a fantastic life. I love you so much. Take care, and ta-ta.